Hello, 6th grade Science of Technology students. Today you are going to start working on an assignment that will take you a couple days to complete. If you would go to your Materials tab in Schoology, you will see that I have published the first unit. Unit 1, What is Engineering? When you click on that folder, the only thing that you will see is 1, Introduction to Engineering. When you click on that assignment, you will find two resources. The first one is your actual Google Doc that you need to fill out while watching the second resource, the Google Slideshow. So I would suggest that you open up the Google Slideshow. You should have a new link. This way you can watch the videos as you go through the slides. The second thing I would do is go back and open up the actual Google Doc, which is the assignment. Introduction to Engineering. Now on your computer screen you should have two tabs. 1, the assignment, and 2, the slideshow. All you need to do is work your way through the slides and answer the questions. The first one asks you to define the following terms using the definitions from the Google Slideshow: science, technology, engineering, and math. Those definitions can be found on the 4th page down here, and feel free to copy and paste the definitions into your Google Doc. Be sure to watch this video though before you skip too far ahead. After the definitions, it asks you to fill out the concept mapped below, showing how the STEM careers are connected. All you need to do is write the words science, technology, engineering, and math, and in the middle you'll write the word STEM. If you don't know how to edit a Google picture in Google Docs, you just double click on it. And now you're in drawing mode. All you have to do is add a text box right here, and then you can type the word science, and then continue the process. When you're done and you click Save and Close, the updates will appear here in the concept map. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 asks you to complete 2 examples of how scientists, technologists, engineers, and mathematicians may work together when inventing or innovating a new product. You can use my example of a pencil from the Google Slideshow, then you must choose your own. I gave you a hyperlink to some suggestions that you can use. In the chart here, you need to fill out the science, technology, engineering, and math that goes into the creation of a pencil. That can be found on the slideshow as well. Right here. Feel free to copy and paste my definitions. Once you do that, you need to think of your own. So, go to the hyperlink that I placed right here and choose one of the top inventions of all time. Some of them will be more difficult than others. For example, if you choose the automobile, there's a lot of science, technology, engineering, and math that go into the creation of a vehicle. If you choose something more simple, like a light bulb, then you'll have an easier time breaking it down. Let's go to question 4. What is the difference between a need and a want? As you continue through the slides, you will find that I have listed a lot of needs and wants. Question number 4 is kind of up to you. You need to write down what you think the difference between a need and a want is. Then you go forward and you fill out the actual chart. It breaks down needs and wants into physical, biological, and psychological. You can find the answers to those charts right here. The first chart is all about needs, and the second chart is all about wants. Feel free to add your own besides the ones that I've included here. The next slide talks about engineering and what engineering is. Basically, we're talking about engineers and how they work together to solve our human needs and wants. Back in your assignment, it asks, what is an engineer? That definition is right here. Let's move on to question number 7. List examples of what an engineer does. You can use the words in red from the Google Slides presentation. That's referring to this page right here. There's a lot of words in red that describe different things that engineers do in their everyday lives. Feel free to pick a couple from there and place them here in question number 7. That finally brings us to question number 8. What is the difference between invention and innovation? In the Google Slides, there's a nice video here that shows how video games have changed over the past 20 to 30 years. It's quite interesting. There's tons of other examples of how products have changed over time. For example, the automobile or computers. But this one just focuses on video games. The difference between an invention and an innovation is stated right here. I'm guessing you already knew that, but please copy and paste those definitions into question number 8. The rest of the slides talk about different things that engineers do and how they solve problems for us in the world. This video features a young man that works at Beats creating headphones, and he describes the pathway that he took to get to the career that he has now. Finally, we're at our conclusion questions. Here I've listed tons of engineering branches that you can go into. There are a lot of them, just depending on your interests. Back here in the conclusion questions, it asks, what product or system would make your life better? Time to put on your inventor cap. What I want you to do here is think of a product or a system that would make your life better. I'm not going to give you any hints or clues because I want to see what kind of creative products that you come up with. Just think about your everyday life and challenges that you have in it, and then think of a product that you could create or invent that would make those challenges a little bit more manageable. On question number 2, you need to decide if your product that you created is an invention or an innovation. Does your product exist in some form, or will you need to invent it from scratch? Number 3, what type of engineers might work on this project? Here's a list of all the different types of engineers that you can use. When you go to that hyperlink, it brings up several types of engineering fields. You may need more than one type of engineer to help develop your product. Think about the show Shark Tank when you're doing this, and all of the great inventors that go on that show with products that have never been seen before. Now it's your turn to give it a shot. When you finish all the questions and the entire Google Doc, you can submit it back here in the assignment. That's all I have for now, and I will talk to you guys soon.